he's put himself in punching room to where the uppercut, the left hook, straight rights like that, clubbing rights are the punches he's using more. Agbeko's starting to lunge a little more, and he's starting to open himself up.
And when he does lunge and bends in, he makes himself susceptible to an uppercut. We'll see if Perez is cognizant of that. Going to the body is Perez. Back comes Agbeko. Here's the answer from Perez. Agbeko now going to the jab. Combination to the head, beautifully done by Perez. Then he nails him to the body, does Perez.
You know, Perez has gone downstairs a lot, and so has Agbeko. So we talk about this as a fight of attrition. And who will have done the best body work early? That's another question.
And in this fight should get to the later rounds. That's when it really gets interesting. Because can Agbeko outwork Perez down the stretch and beat him on points with a minute left in round 4?
Agbeko does not believe Perez can fight with him like this for a whole fight. He just doesn't think that. He thinks his power will ultimately get to Perez, but so far, Perez is hanging in there very well. And it's a very, very close and competitive and fun fight.
Little or no lulls whatsoever in this fight through the first 3+ rounds. Good body work by Perez. Great fight here, hopefully a great fight November 21st with this break of the action. A look at the Super 6 World Boxing Classic, which continues in November.
There's only one way to determine the greatest super middleweight. Take the 6 best and have them face each other until there is one man standing. The tournament began with Arthur Abraham's knockout win over Jermaine Taylor and Carl Froch's split decision over Andre Durrell. Now Group Stage 1 concludes as WBA champion Mikkel Kessler faces undefeated phenom Andre Ward. The Super 6 World Boxing Classic continues Saturday, November 21st at 10, only on Showtime.
And now Kessler, one of the co-favorites with Arthur Abraham, super confident as he comes into Ward's hometown.
Yeah, it'll be a big crowd in Oakland to root on Andre Ward, and we can't wait for that. I just think it's going to be a very exciting and interesting fight, and I think that describes what we're seeing tonight.
Round 5 scheduled for 12, the IBF Bantamweight Championship, and it is a thriller, a Halloween thriller.
The fight redeeming the walkout, I guess, we hope.
Perez in the white trunks, the challenger. Agbeko in the black trunks with the silver trim, the champion. Here's Perez pinning Agbeko on the ropes. Agbeko punches his way out, goes to the body, goes upstairs. Back comes a right hand by Perez. The punches just never stop. Straight right hand, right on the button by Perez.
There's the head movement by Agbeko, and he's very adept at that. He's been hit with a lot of punches here, certainly, and landed a lot as well. But there's the head movement. He doesn't keep his hands high, so he relies on that head movement. You know what's changed about this fight a little bit, Steve? The body work of Agbeko. In the last round and a half, he's done much more of it.
And just now, he was warned by Robert Byrd to keep the punches up. He may have strayed a little south.
He's the stablemate of Joshua Clottey, managed by the same gentleman, Vincent Scalpino, and trained by Adamo Addy. And they're very good friends. And both of them give you the same work ethic of 3 great rounds in every 3 great minutes of every round.
Addy's trained Agbeko since the Hamptons. Good straight right by Agbeko.
They are both landing some astonishing punches in this fight.
And you made a great point about the upper body movement. That was very successful against Darchinian. One of the ways he threw Darchinian off balance And perhaps he's thinking, hey, maybe I got to go back to that, do more of that here against Perez. But nothing seems to be working.
Well, and Perez has been very accurate with his punches. It's not that Becco's not making him slip. The body work of Becco in this round, I feel bad, and Robert Bird's a terrific referee, but I hope that doesn't discourage Becco from going to the body, because those were a little marginal, and I think, you know, he's not trying to go low there.
Well, one more, and he could be deducted a point. All this action, and there's still around 30 seconds left in the round. Now there's that upper body movement. The head and the shoulders always in motion from Becco. Boy, Perez just startling Becco standing right in front of him and duking it out with the champion. He thought he'd be standing back and going from a distance. Not the case.
This is what you have to do. Get some more air right now. Get your air, what you need. When you block, then you have to go with the combination. Can you hear me? You're not throwing one.
Both men have landed superb right hands. At the same time, no less, in the last round, Becco gets the last word in with his right, but no, another right hand would get in by Perez. This is where, yeah, that one did stray, maybe a smidge. That was the first one. On the belt line, it may have sprayed a little low. And then later on, they had a great exchange. Both men just continuing to throw. The Becco right hand a little sharper. And the body work of Becco very, very well done in that round. And I think the difference in that round.
There's an old boxing expression, Al, toe-to-toe action. And that's what we have been seeing throughout. None of these guys taking a round off, taking a second off in this fight.
You mentioned that Perez started his pro career late at 26 because of military duty. He had a brilliant amateur career. And he feels like it's his time to get that world championship. He knows his biological clock is ticking in boxing a little bit. And at age 30, he feels great urgency to win here tonight, and he's fighting now.
Got that late start at 26, as you said, 7.5 years in the military, just shy of becoming a sergeant when he turned to boxing.
You know, the last round, Perez let Becco just a little bit take the play away from him. In this round, it's almost as if Perez came out and said, I know I may have let that last one slip away from me. I better make something happen. And he has been very good offensively here in the early part of this round.
Perez working that jab. Good left-right combination. 4-punch combination. There's another 3-punch combination by Perez. He's working it.
Great performance by both men, really. And Perez in this round has been dazzling.
Looking so confident and sharp, Perez in the white.
And look at what just a little movement does for him. When he moves laterally, it gives Becco some issues.
And again, Becco targeting the body. Perez with the jab. And that's a weapon right there. That's not a rangefinder. Good right hand set up by the jab for Perez.
Both these men are dedicated to boxing. They both train in the U.S., have to leave their families back in their respective countries. Ghana, of course, for Becco, and Colombia for Perez. And they make sacrifices because they want to be champions, Becco is. And we can see that in what they're doing here tonight. These are two dedicated professionals.
And Perez sends 95% of his earnings back home to Colombia, South America for his wife and kids.
And in California, it's tough to live on that 5%.
Good point. Nice uppercut on the inside by Becco.
The first good punch of this round really for Becco in terms of a real power punch. As good as round 5 was for Becco, that's how good round 6 has been for Perez.
Here comes Becco pushing Perez back to the ropes. That's where he Spent a lot of time against Mabuza, but he was very effective off the ropes, Perez, hurting Mabuza.
Relax. Let him relax for a minute. Okay, breathe.
The combination punching of Perez has been amazing. This will be a 4-punch combination. He just has been very effective with that. He'll start with the jab, and then there'll be 3 punches following. Now, not everything landed. Actually, there's a one to the body to boot. But that's what keeps Joseph Agbeko at bay. Agbeko, at the end of the round, had a couple of very good moments, pushing Perez.